Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some more Ark Survival Ascended. Now, I tried to get online and do a player versus environment, but unable to get into a server at the moment. It's just nothing but issues, unfortunately. So I can't actually bring any online gameplay, which I'd like to do because the game's way much better while you're online. So single player will have to do for now. The game looks absolutely amazing though. That's probably one of the best things about it, just how good looking it is. But you definitely need a hell of a system to run it. And unfortunately most people won't have a machine to really bring out the best of it. Okay, so this is just a random file that I started. I'm not really going to spend or put too much effort into it, but I'm going to try and explore the island at least. So I'm going to try to get building. Something over there in the bushes. Oh, it's just Pteranodon, harmless. I do like the way the bushes move now when dinos approach. There's a collision system now. So a lot of positive changes. Alright, I'm almost over in Crumbled now. Okay, start building some foundations. I'm gonna make my base out of wood. So let's go with wood foundations first. I don't actually think I've learnt the wood foundation. Let me just double check. No, I haven't. Wondering why I couldn't see it. What else do I need to know? It's quite a lot I need to learn. Okay, Ymir says, yo, I assume DLSS quality and the rest max settings. Yep, I'll actually show you the settings real quick, just so you can see for yourself. So, playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at epic settings. Funny now, they added recommended only for RTX 4070 and above, so they're not really basically saying that this is something that everyone should be able to do. And I'm also using DLSS at quality, and I'm also using frame generation as well. So yeah, you are correct. I'm using DLSS, and you certainly need to, because the game is really, really demanding. Okay, let's make some foundations now. I can only make 2. So I'm lacking in wood. I'm gonna be getting levels up thick and fast because I'm actually building now, and that really does pump experience, especially when you're in the early levels. And berries and fruit seem to really fill you up a lot better now. Before, only meat and fish would really feed you, but now they've changed that now. I really hate this bird thing. It's just so hard to kill. Yeah, I stabbed it once at least. What it will do is it will keep stealing things from you. It actually knocked my spear out my hand. That's new, it never used to be able to do that. One more stab should kill it. I wasn't quick enough. I better be careful, almost fell off the edge. Come on. I'm getting tired of trying to kill that thing. Okay, let's put down these 2 foundations. I'm gonna build a bow, an arrow, and try and take it down. And chop down some more wood. I think I know how to make the bow. Make a few arrows as well. Really want to kill that thing. Oh man. You do not want to mess with that thing. Paraxenosaur is crazy strong. It's a herbivore, but if you get in its way, it'll pretty much just destroy you. Yeah, how many more of these can I make? I want my base to have 3 across. So it's going to take a lot of wood. But it'll be worth it. Apex Raven says, hello, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Just enjoying some Ark Survival Ascended. I can't get onto the multiplayer servers though, so I'm stuck playing single player for now. But as soon as I get the chance to go online, I will. But all the servers are full, or no one's able to connect. So I'm not too sure if they're updating the servers. But right now they're inaccessible for me at least. Okay, there's that stupid bird, it's back. What I'm gonna do, try and take it down. Oh, it's gone. When it shows up again, I'll be ready for it. Getting levels up very, very quickly. I'm just going to be pumping my carry weight and my health first and foremost. This is player versus environment, so it's all about survival. Grab some more fiber. I'm playing this on medium difficulty. Master Dope says, does this game support any upscaling tech? Yeah, it supports DLSS, and it also supports frame generation as well. So I'm using both. It doesn't support FSR and it doesn't support Intel XESS, unfortunately. Alright, let's get some more wood. I actually need to build myself a carry torch. It's going to start getting dark. Deception Illusion says, is the PC gaming juice worth the squeeze, or should I stick to console gaming and avoid PC gaming? I think my opinion would be a little biased. But I'll put it this way. I owned a PS5. Actually, let's take it back even further. I originally started off on consoles. Pretty much had every single one. I even owned the OG Xbox in the Crystal version. I owned a Platinum Nintendo GameCube, and I owned a PS2, all at the same time. Then I got the... Then basically, when we got all the way up to Xbox 360, I built my very first gaming PC, and I've never looked back since. I bought the PS4 Pro just to try it out, just to kind of see what the fuss was about with games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, these types of games. And for the most part, I enjoyed that experience. I really enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. I really enjoyed a lot of the PlayStation exclusives, but then they started coming to PC, and then, well, you can see the problem there, because I've got a really good gaming PC. So it was like, well, why am I going to buy the game twice, pay for PlayStation Plus, PS Plus membership and stuff like that? So long story short, once you get into PC gaming, it's very, very unlikely that you'll go back to console gaming unless you've got like a great network of friends that actually have console, and you do like loads of like multiplayer games, stuff like that. Other than that, if you can afford a good gaming PC, that's pretty much the be all and end all as far as I'm concerned. But you know, it's expensive, so there's pros and cons to everything. Master Dope says, so you are able to max out the game at the end of the day while hitting 60 FPS by using DLSS and FrameGen. Yep, that is correct. But even then, there's times when I don't hit 60 FPS, as you can see. Enemy Varian says, what bitrate you put in the OBS, bro? I'm using 12.5 megabytes per second, but I'm using AV1 with my RX 7600, so the quality is still going to look really good. You can afford to use less bandwidth when you're using the AV1 codec, so it does help. Okay, I need to get some more wood. So I'm playing the single player on a medium difficulty, trying to build myself a new base. Master Dope says, I started PC gaming literally right before COVID hit. Wow. Prices weren't actually, I think prices weren't too bad just before COVID hit. I can't remember. But yeah, prices are not the best at the moment. I'm just gonna set a torch so I can find my base real quick, because it's gonna get even darker. One thing I like about the Ascended version of this game is the day and night cycle is considerably longer. So you actually get to enjoy the day, you actually get to enjoy the night, rather than it just being like a 25-minute, 30-minute kind of experience before it runs out. Okay, so let's split this wood in two. Create a fire here. Create a fire here as well. FKIM says, my friend plays on the PlayStation, but I've grown mostly up with PC and gaming, so I bought a PS4 Pro to play with him, but always come back to my PC, and now my PS4 Pro is just gathering dust. Honestly, mate, my PS5 was gathering dust. As soon as Spider-Man... whoa. How the hell did this come over here, man? This is meant to be like near the water. This big-ass croc trying to kill me. I need to create some distance. I almost got eaten, guys. This thing shouldn't even be around here, but it is. Let's put this in my, so I can see a little better, because it is dark. As you can see, you need to keep your wits about you. Damn it. Good thing about it is it's not that fast, but even so, it's something that's very dangerous. I need to somehow lead it away from my base. Okay, it's over there. It's far in the distance. Enemy variant says CPU encoder you are using. Can you move your game like I'm asking? Do something motion in Arc. Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're saying here. You can try and rephrase the comment, and I'll try and make sense of it. Hi Jinx, how you doing? Says, hey bud, I just seen a nudity sensor in Alan Wake 2 for safer YouTube. No blur needed, the start character has pants. Man, I did my gameplay the other day. It was so tedious blurring out that guy's tool, man. That was so annoying. That was the worst editing experience of my life, because you're moving the camera, so you have to keep adjusting the blur. So I really wish I knew about this nudity feature, because YouTube, obviously I already knew YouTube wouldn't be having any of it, so I made sure I blurred everything out. But you literally start the game to butt cheeks and all the rest of it, and it's just like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. But it is what it is. Good game though. Really, really good game. Master Dope says, the only thing I think right now that consoles have over PC is devs give extra optimization efforts to console version. I think I wouldn't give devs too much credit. If you've got a locked ecosystem, like you've literally got 2 sets of hardware to work with, you can pretty much focus just on that, rather needing to think about various other PC configuration and hardware configurations. So, you know, if I had to tailor a course for 1 person or 15, I'm sure I'll have a better time of it. I'm not sure I'll produce a better quality product. So I wouldn't give them too much credit, but it is an advantage, as you say. So that is true. Okay, I just need to keep my eyes out for this crocodile. I want to try and cut down some more wood, building my base. Enemy variant says, in game, if we move, I think stream will get blurry. So can you do moving fast? Yeah, sure. I don't want to make people dizzy with motion sickness, so I'm only going to do this a little bit. Tell me how that looks. Looks fine on my end. I'm using my new AVmedia Live Gamer 2.1 capture card with variable refresh rate and 144 Hz pass-through and HDR support. So I'm currently using my Samsung QS9 5B QD OLED. I've overclocked it to the 144 Hz, and of course I've got G-Sync enabled as well, so I can fully take advantage of my capture card as well. Some of these trees are huge. Deception Illusion says, if you are using an ultra-wide monitor and playing games at 16:9 mode, could you put the system monitoring info on the left black bar? Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. It's possible. I think I've done that in the past when I've done like 21:9 videos with 16:9 aspect ratio. Okay, I need to eat something. Get some fruit down here. So I only need to make another 3 more of my foundation, and then I'm done. Actually, no. I only need to make 1 more, and that's it. That is about as big as I'm gonna make it. Actually, I'm not too sure. I think that's only 2 wide. So I need to make another 3 actually. Yeah, it just looked a little bit bigger than I thought, so that's only 2. Need to make another 3. Let's do the carrying weight. Enemy variant says NVIDIA encoder H.264 versus NVIDIA encoder AV1. Which one you're recommending for streaming gaming in a single PC? I mean, if you got an AV1 encoder, you should use that every time. It's way better than H.264 because you can afford to use less bandwidth. So if you haven't got a great broadband connection and you haven't got a massive amount of bandwidth to play with, then yeah, go with AV1 every time, because you can have smaller files, better quality while live streaming. There's literally no downside to AV1. The only downside I can think of is AV1 isn't widely supported in editing software, so you can't use it in Premiere Pro, you can't use it in Cyberlink. It does work in DaVinci Resolve. That's probably like the only one I know it works in, so that's the only like negative about AV1, but AV1 every single time, no doubt. Sorry if I missed any comments. I'm just having a look now. Ben Chandro says tons of games run like doo-doo or not at all on console though, or without half the graphical effects. Yeah, there's a lot of compromises being made, and it's understandable. I mean, how old is the PS4, PS5 and the Series X now? They're a good few years old now. Like, I know they still feel new to a lot of people because they were so unavailable for so long due to like the scalping and stuff, but honestly, if you had one from day one, which would have been, I'm not sure, 2020, maybe back end of 2020 it came out. So it's already been out almost 3 years. So you got to look at it. PC comes a long way very, very fast. And just at the end of 2025, the gap is going to be so large that devs are really going to need to start making better, well, at least spending a lot more time making PC features exclusive over multi-platform games, because they're going to be a massive lead. Look at that size of this thing, man. I don't even know why it's here. This thing's meant to be near water and stuff, and it's just lurking around my base. It's coming after me again. And I can't move very quickly right now. Over in Crumbird. I need to drop some stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to fight. Gonna have to fight this thing. I'm gonna die already. Ah, I barely won that. Just about won that fight. At least I don't need to worry about it anymore, because I did kill it somehow. Ben Chandro says, if you can build a PC that can even touch it for $500, that's where the console wins. Yeah, I mean, you generally just can't do it. It's impossible. What the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X offer for 500, you can't do that for PC. You just can't. Unless you dive into the pre-owned market and get like the amazing deals, it's not going to happen. Okay, so I'm free to walk around without getting killed now. Pump some more weight into this body. Move a bit quicker now. So yeah, even with an RTX 4090 and an Intel i9 3900K, with DLSS quality and frame generation, you still can't maintain over 60 FPS. So the game is ridiculously demanding, or unoptimized, whatever way you want to call it. But it's got all of the best Unreal Engine 5 features like Lumen and Nanite as well. So a big open world like this with ray tracing, there's obviously going to be issues, so I understand. Enemy Variant says, thanks bro, no problem, you're welcome. Okay, what I want to do is make a little campfire so I can actually cook some food. Should probably make some footwear for my character as well. How much materials do I have? Let's see. Got 58. So I should be able to make some higher quality armor now. Yeah, I can make much better armor. Yeah, UE5 is insanely heavy, has to be said. Okay, let's put some wood down. And let's get cooking. I'll drop some of these berries. I don't need to carry all of them. They're weighing me down. Okay, one more foundation to make, and then we can start making the walls. I need to go and chop down some more trees. Hijink says, imagine Unreal Engine 3 shadows are mostly 2K, some 4K, but UE4, UE5, more so default 4K. What the hell is this? I think that's a Dilophosaurus. Yeah, it is. Sorry, get back to your comment. It says UE4 and UE5 more so default 4K shadows. So games in general more demanding over time with new engine defaults. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, I'm no expert in engine design, but I would imagine you can just pretty much just port your project into Unreal Engine 5 and just like switch out all the assets. It shouldn't really be a massive job, but the results are pretty amazing. It looks like almost like a completely new game. Ben says maybe with 15% Intel on 50 series RTX will be viable. yeah. I mean, I understand the sentiment. There are a lot of games that just need ridiculous amounts of compute power. But we're getting there, people. I think once we get to the 50,000 series, I'm not really sure what AMD are doing. It sounds like from what the rumor mill, at least they're going to be out the high-end game again for maybe a year or two. Kind of like when they were out the game with Polaris for about 2-3 years, and then they came back with the, I think they came out with the RX 5700 XT, then they came out with the Radeon 7. Actually, no, it was the Radeon 7 first, and then it was the 5700 XT. Then they brought out Vega 6, actually no, Vega 64 came out before that. So yeah, Vega 56 and 64, then it was the Radeon 7, then the 5700 XT. I think that's how it went. They've released a lot of cards though on the RDNA architecture, so hopefully they continue to do that. Okay, more carrying weight till we get to about 200, and then I'll start pumping something else. Deception Illusion says, are you skilled with keyboard and mouse? You don't have to look at the keys before you press them. Yeah, I can touch type pretty easy. I don't need to look at the keys. But skilled with keyboard and mouse in first person shooters? No, not really. I'm not great at fast switch shooting and stuff like that. If I really practice, I could improve for sure, but like you won't see me like hours and hours of playing like Warzone or something like that, because I'll just get killed every 3-4 minutes and it gets boring to me. But that's more of a skill issue, something that I can improve if I really wanted. Okay, let's make some walls. So at least the walls use a little bit less resources. I don't need as much. And Chandra says rumors are like 32 plus gigs of RAM on the NVIDIA GPUs. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because we should be getting GDDR7 as well. I think Samsung have announced that their GDDR7's is ready now, and I think they run at like something crazy, more than 28 gigabits per second. So that's a massive leap in bandwidth. So yeah, 2025 GPUs are going to be considerably faster than what we have available. But then we just got to think about how much is all that power going to cost. Either way, I've already started saving for my 50,000 series GPU, so when it does come out, I'll be ready. Get some more wood. Hi Jinx says Cyberpunk path tracing 40 FPS without frame gen. Next gen could be 55, 65 amount there. If you could do that without frame gen, that's actually pretty. That's pretty decent. And imagine non-path trace games, just like normal ray trace, ambient occlusion, shadows, lighting. That would be a breeze. That would just be like what putting 4 times MSIA would have been back in 2008 or something like that. It won't be such a big deal anymore. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Obviously, these GPUs are expensive, but I like to plan ahead. So the day I bought my RTX 4090, the day after that, I started saving for my 5090. So I save really, really slowly. So by the time it comes out, I'm ready, and it doesn't feel like I've committed a lot of my income towards something that's very expensive. I save slow. And then of course I sell my previous GPU to kind of offset some of the burden, and then you get your new shiny GPU and you can play everything for the next 2-3 years again at maximum settings. So for me it's worth it because I get as much enjoyment as playing with the new hardware as I do playing with the new games. So for me it's like just a hobby. But if you work full time, I mean, I think it's only right that you're able to treat yourself to some of the finer things. Okay. Why am I not able to place this down? That was weird. Okay, so I'm trying to work out what's going to be my front door. I think my front door should be here. So let's place these this one's going to be a window. Actually, no, I'll let that be a normal wall. And this one can be door frame. This one can be a normal wall. Okay, I need to get some more wood. Yeah, I can hit pretty much everything without looking. I use a keyboard and mouse every day, so I'm very, very familiar with it. You just kind of know where everything is. So if you put your hands on WASD, from there you can kind of know where everything else is. You may make a mistake once or twice, but generally you kind of know where all the letters are. And it's like muscle memory, so you kind of know where to position your hands. Okay, let's get some food down me. There's a Ferrozenosaur over there. You don't want to get too close to that thing because it's an absolute tank. I remember the first time I played this game and I tamed my first T-Rex and I saw a Ferrozenosaur in the wild and I didn't know how strong it was, and I just thought, oh, it's just any other kind of herbivore. And it killed my T-Rex with ease. So now I just stay away from that thing. You can tame them, but they take so long. But you're better off like getting further in the game and cooking all the kibble and stuff like that to make the... What the hell was that? Oh, that was just a tree that fell down. Okay. Got another level up. So I've pumped enough carry weight for now. So I can't remember what makes you swim faster, oxygen or water, but so it is a good idea to actually be able to swim pretty quick. I want to learn a few. Actually, I want to continue to stack my engrams because after that, after you've kind of leveled yourself up quite a bit, you can start learning the saddles that you want in terms of what dinos you want to tame, and then you can kind of go from there. Alright, building some more walls now. Just stay away from this, because if it does chase me, it will catch me, because it's a lot quicker than me. I don't like the way these super strong dinos are just coming close to my base. First I had to fight that damn crocodile. Now there's a Ferrozenosaur. That is a herbivore, but it will aggro if you get too close to it. So it's a fight I would never win if it decides to attack me. Not only that, it will destroy my base as well. So it's like, you don't want to get this thing annoyed. I've got to be real cautious. I could potentially kite it away from here, but that would be risky. Want to make a window for this one. Make another wall. Okay. So how many walls do I need? Man, I hate this thing. Matter Dope says, what is your favorite genre of games? Bang for buck. Has to be RPG, role-playing games. I like action role-playing games like Elden Ring as well. But in general, yeah, role-playing games for me are my favorite. First time I played Final Fantasy VII, Grandia 2. I was just hooked. Those are the only type of games I wanted to play. Obviously, I grew up on like Tekken and Soul Calibur, but as I've gotten older and as I'm not so much into the fighting games anymore, so I don't find them as enjoyable. But RPG for sure. I love my sports games as well. I love F1. I love Forza, Gran Turismo, and I love FIFA as well because I'm a big sports fan. I love my boxing. I love my F1. And I love my football. But in terms of games, RPGs for sure. For me, Final Fantasy X was one of the most influential RPGs for me because that was the first voice-acted Square Enix Final Fantasy ever. It was the very, very first one. So it really, really felt next-gen as far as PS2 went. I remember even skipping school a few times just to play that. I just remember grinding loads and loads of levels with Yuna and Tidus. Good stuff, man. Really, really wish they remade Final Fantasy VIII as well as number 7. So as soon as 7 comes back to the PC, the second part, I'll be getting that as well. But we'll have to watch the console guys enjoy that before us. But we do get Final Fantasy 16 next year, so that's another one that I'll be looking forward to. And from what I've seen, it is very, very good. It did overheat a lot of PS5s, so you can tell it's a very, very demanding game on the hardware. Yeah, Final Fantasy X was awesome, man. 7 for me was amazing. I was really, really into it. I even beat all the weapons, proper farmed all the sources, so you can, even when you got to your level cap, you could still get stronger. If you got into the submarine and you fought these certain enemies, you could pick up these sources that directly increase your stats. So I used to farm fighting those little things, and I was able to put up my luck, put up my strength, my speed, and I was able to beat all of the top bosses in the game. Final Fantasy VIII, I liked the story quite a lot. Like the concept of having like rival gardens as a military power, which was very, very interesting. I think that one would work really, really well in the modern era. But whether or not Square Enix would do it, I don't know. But I guess it's one project at a time. Just making sure the Ferrozinazor doesn't want to fight me. It's just the bird. You'll see night time's almost ended now. It's almost morning. Trying to stay away from that thing because it will try to hurt me. Yeah, I mean, I think the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be the first true developed remake for the next gen consoles. So you got to think, obviously Final Fantasy VII, the first part was pretty much a PS4 game, let's be honest. Then it got some PS5 enhancements, but it generally was a PS4 game. So this will be the first one that we see, and it should look better than the last one. So looking forward to Final Fantasy 16 first, but as soon as that comes to PC, I'll be getting that as well. Clouds look great in UE5. Yeah, they do. Everything looks good in UE5. Trust me, there's so many things that they've improved massively in terms of visuals. Okay, so I've got the walls done now. I've got one more wall to build, I think. Gotta double check. Yeah, just one more wall to build, and then I just got to do the roof, and then that is pretty much my camp all done. And then I can start doing furniture. I can start moving on to building my furnace, then building my smith bench, then creating advanced weapons, and then I can start thinking about what dinos I want to tame. So it's kind of like a process. You got to go through one to get to the other, and it's all about surviving while doing so. Okay, so one more wall to create, and then I can start making the ceilings. I do need to actually make some steps to get into my little shack. I'll do that first. If you're wondering why I'm using a female avatar, as a content creator, you have to think about your clicks and views, and just being more boys and more males generally play games, you're more interested in clicking on a pretty face in a thumbnail. So that's the only reason why I picked female avatars. So it's nothing weird going on. Let's go. Let's see now. Let's put my last wall down. That should be good. Okay, so we've got 2 windows left and right, and we've got a full wall at the back. Now we're just going to make 9 ceilings. Let's put down some steps. Okay, I want to try and kill this stupid bird. This has been the bane of my existence, man. Keeps stealing from me. Come on. Now it's just mocking me. Finally killed this thing. You know how much things this thing has stolen from me? I was able to take it down though. Master Dope says, my friend always picks his waifus in games too. It's for the algorithm. Yeah, man. Listen, boys will be boys. What can I say? I'm guilty of that too. And I understand how it works, so why not take advantage of it, right? It's only clickbait if you don't get what you see in the thumbnail. So, I'm at least giving you what I'm showing you. Yeah, I think they actually improved the aiming system in this. It was pretty bad in the original. So ranged weapons work a little bit better now. Okay. The lighting looks so much better, more realistic, more natural. So this morning, as the daylight gradually comes in and transitions from nighttime, it just looks so much more realistic. It was a lot more unnatural, and In the old Ark, it would just be pitch black and then it would rain and then morning would come, and it would pretty much happen over and over and over again. But this is way more natural feeling. I'm pretty much cutting down the whole forest trying to build my my base, but it has to be done. So Master Dope says, actually no, you guys are speaking amongst yourselves. Damn. Okay, let's see how many ceilings I can make with the amount of... I'm going to drop some of these berries. I may as well eat some of these actually. This gives you hydration. I've added new fruits as well. You can hear something walking around. Oh, it's one of those tortoise things. Just double check. This is the ceiling. Yes, it is. Okay, so how many of these I can make? I need to make 9. I was able to make 4. There were some more resources then. Hang for about the lumberjack. Yeah, I feel like a lumberjack at the moment. Literally foraging. Just cutting loads and loads and loads of lumber. But there's an abundance of trees and it's a real living world. So after maybe a few day and night cycles, the same trees you cut down will grow back. I'm not too sure how long it takes with this game, but in the previous one, after maybe 2 or 3 day or night cycles, those same trees would grow back. So everything is reusable. You don't necessarily run out of resources. Do the carry, actually fill up our stamina a little bit. Craft a few more ceilings. So I've built 7 now, just need 2 more. Mastodon says, I love the vegetation physics make the tree leaves and branches move with when they fall. Yeah, and what I like as well is when like something massive like a Brachiosaurus or a Brontosaurus or a Diplosaurus or something like that, something really, really big, comes through the trees. It really moves all the trees around, even knocks them down as well. And it adds to the bit of anticipation. You're thinking, is it a herbivore? Is it a predator? And you're kind of on edge for that split second. So it's a bit of sense of anticipation to it. And it makes the world feel a little bit more immersive. You can kind of respond to it. Hijink says, this is what your RTS game wood chopping unit sees down on the ground. And I think I'm almost done with my my lumberjacking. I've only got a few more to do. 2 more ceilings and then I'm pretty much done. So we need another 120 wood. Well, not 120, but close to it. Yeah, it's all thanks to Lumen. Even when you're deep inside the forest where there's loads of foliage and there's little gaps, it's really accurate. You'll see the light just streaming through those little gaps, and then you get the light shafts and it just looks awesome. Okay, let's craft those last 2 ceilings. Okay, we are good now. I can go finish off my humble abode. I need to go and get something to drink. My character is extremely thirsty. So the time in this world right now is 7 in the morning. That's why the sun isn't up yet. Okay. Let's put all of these down. Oh, that's the wrong way. There's nothing I can do now with it. Press E to flip. Okay. Need to make some windows, 2 more windows, which I forgot about. See if I got any wood on me. I don't think windows are that demanding to make, so let's get those done. Still need a little bit more wood. And here I thought I was all done. Okay, let's make one more. Okay, so my base is pretty much done now. Put these windows in. So the game is a bit smarter with its building. Before you had too many engrams, you had to learn individual pieces, and now you've got one piece that can do multiple things. And the building's intelligent. So for example, I built a door, but I put it over a window, and the game instantly changed it to a window without me needing to cycle through it manually. So the mechanics work pretty well. Okay, so this is all the space I need to fill now. I want to make my bed first, so if I do get killed, I'll practically just respawn right here. But I need to go and get some hide. Is there anything else I can make in the meantime? Make a few more arrows. Make another spear just in case, you never know. Okay, it is time to hunt, people. Time to go hunting. Alright, stay away from the Pharazenosaur. I know where there's a clutch of dodo birds, so there should be easy pickings. Plus I need to go and drink some water as well. Okay, let's see if we can take this down. I've got enough arrows. Get back here. Man, that thing's quick. We got stealth camouflage or something. Oh, there it is. Come on, get back here. Man, this thing is fast. Really, really trying to survive, isn't it? There it is. You can't hide from me, unfortunately. Oh, finally killed this damn thing. What a chase. Oh, that gave me considerable amount of hide. I think I can now create the bed. Let's have a look. I need some thatch and some wood now. So I've got all of the hide that I need. I should be able to get the wood from here, no problem. Thatch isn't going to be an issue as well. One's too small to harvest. Okay, that should be enough. Just a little bit more thatch and then we're good to go. Finally. I don't remember the bed being so expensive in terms of resources. As Delta says, terrible performance. Yeah, it's not great. But it is an open world game with ray tracing. What did you expect? Okay, bed's done. Right in the corner here. So at least if I get killed, this is where I'm going to be respawning. I need to go and drink something. If you eat a few of these fruits and these berries, you can get back some water in your body, but it's not enough. Okay, so what should I build next? I should build something for storage. So something like a bookshelf or large storage box. I just need a bit more thatch and then I can build that. Oh, I've got a Dilophosaurus here. That's okay. The arrows are pretty effective in this game. They weren't as strong before, but they're really, really strong now. Okay, I was fully able to harvest its body now. Yes, Kevin, I am using DLSS and frame generation together, and even then, performance is still very, very demanding. Obviously, I'm amongst loads and loads of foliage, so it's not that easy. Let's get a few more bits of thatch, and then I'm good. Yeah, I can craft a massive storage box now. Getting leveled up left, right, and center. Game really does reward you for being active. That's what it's about. Real dark in here, so I'm gonna open up the windows, let some natural light in. See how bright everything gets, plus it's got a really, really good lighting system. Everything is affected. Okay, I'm going to put what effectively is going to be my wardrobe right here. Okay, so I've got a few things I can deposit that I don't really want to be carrying around, like the metal and my old clothes. Don't need those anymore. It's good to keep them spare just in case you die. You can always come back and have something to wear instantly. All this fruit is weighing me down. Okay, so the next point of business is just being able to make advanced weapons. So we need to make a smithing table and a forge. So I'm going to start using some of these engrams I've been saving up. So when I try and learn a few skills that I need. Okay, preservation bin, that's good for preserving meat. Smithing bench, refining forge. Trank arrow to knock out dinos when I actually want to start taming. And I think that will do for now. Yeah, that will do for now. Kevin says, from your experience with testing game, do you think this is a valid performance for the game or it lacks optimization? It certainly lacks optimization. The fact that you're telling people an RTX 4070 to use epic settings is a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. So you're literally saying 3 GPUs from the 40 series can run your game at maximum settings. It's pretty wild. But Ark Survival Evolved never was a very, very optimized game, so we could always have hoped that Unreal Engine 5 would have fixed all the problems, but clearly it hasn't. But they've been a lot more ambitious. I actually commend them for making the game look so good, but it's going to come at a cost. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, building a game with future GPUs in mind, but you need to make the lower settings scale down good enough so your current hardware can play it well. As long as you can do that, then I don't have an issue with it. Starting to rain now. The clouds look so much more natural though. Okay, so let's have a look at what I need to build a smithing bench. So I need 50 stone and 5 metal ingots. You can only make the metal ingots if you make the forge. So for the forge I need 65 hide, 125 stone. And then I can make the metal, which will allow me to make the smith bench. So I need to go hunting again. So let's make a few more arrows for my bow. Let's go hunting. Queen Yima says, right, like Crisis series. Kevin says, nice stream, been enjoying it so far. Thanks, I appreciate it. I just thought I'd play the game and let you guys come along for the ride. As it's single player, so nothing's really going to go too bad. For the size of that Bronto. I actually don't know the difference between a Brachiosaurus and a Brontosaurus. I know the Diplosaurus has got like a long skinny tail. But the Brachio and the Bronto, they look similar to me. I don't really know what the difference is between them. Okay. What can we kill? We've got another Parasaur here we can try and take down. We're just going to have to chase it down. Oh, it's got some baby ones here as well. Oh, yeah, I think it actually came back to try and protect its young. That's new. I've never seen that before. So that's another new feature as well. They've actually added in baby dinos. Whereas, for those who are familiar with Ark, babies were only ever showed up when you actually breeded them yourself. So now that you can actually get them in the wild, it's pretty cool. Okay, my bow broke, but I built a new one. So let's take down this stupid bird. I hate these birds, man. They have to be the most annoying. Okay, guys, I got my first crash, but it's single player, so it's not a big deal. I can pretty much just load it back up and get straight back to where I was. But yeah, the game did just crash on me, unfortunately. So give me a chance to load it back up and we can get straight back into it. Gotta wait for the game to oh, there's actually an update coming down. Maybe I don't know if the game kicked me out. I don't think it did, but if it did, that would be pretty wild. Wait for it to update and then I'll jump straight back in. give it a few seconds, it won't take too long. Let's see if we can check some release notes about the patch. I'll go to the community page. It usually tells you. It doesn't say anything about it. No, it doesn't say anything about the patch, unfortunately. Anyway, let's get back into it. Resume game. Oh man. Sometimes when you do exit, you do servers roll back or whatever, but that's unusual. Usually single player games don't suffer from that. So I need to actually see where I got to. I didn't even get to put this down. Lost a bit of progress there. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I was testing out flow frames. It doesn't quite work. It doesn't play too nicely with my OSD though, so I can't use it. But I was interested in finding a way to make my... Well, not really finding a way to make my videos look smooth, but finding a way to kind of show you guys what 120 FPS looks like. And flow frames can do that, but when you have your OSD, it starts flickering and stuff. It looks pretty bad, so it's not a viable option for me. Anyway, I need to actually learn back the skills that I just had because the game crashed on me, unfortunately. So I need to know how to make the stiff... Oh, I already learnt those, actually. So it did keep some stuff. May as well learn the stone stuff. I'm going to need to upgrade to stone at some point. Learn a crossbow, and a pike, and a magnifying glass. Stego saddle. I need to drink something, because my player is thirsty. I'm just going to go and quickly put down a few things in storage, just to reduce my carrying weight. I need to carry all of this. Take a few more arrows. I'm going to need those stones back. Ah. I've got no... I need to take this back as well. May as well keep these on me. They seem to be necessary to make stuff. We'll make another 10 arrows. That should do. Find the Truth says, in the single player save file in the clouds now, then it was stored on your drive with Arc Survival. Yeah, it is. I think it is on the cloud now, unfortunately. I thought it was local, but maybe I'm wrong. I always thought the single player files were local because when I played this game on my 7900 XTX system, I tried to load this file and it wasn't nowhere to be seen, so I was thinking, okay, it's a local save. But the fact that I lost progress from a crash would suggest that, or maybe the autosave goes every 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe it was just that. I would imagine if you exit a game, you would naturally save before you exit. So the fact that it crashed, maybe that process never got to happen. Anyway, let's try and catch this parasaur again. The baby ones have to go as well, fortunately. A baby one had more resistance than its parent. Master Dope says, isn't that a better CPU for gaming than a 3900, or does it depend on this game? Yeah, 7950X 3D. It all depends on the game. Like, crashed again? What the hell's going on? I may have to verify my files. I don't know if there's something wrong with the game files after it updated. I'm not running any overclock or nothing like that. This game never crashes since I've been playing it, so that's interesting. So I'm going to verify my files just to make sure nothing's corrupted. I probably lost progress again. But I'm going to stick through it because I do want to play this. So let's verify the files and see what's happened there. Verify the integrity. Let's see if there was any broken files that may have caused. Sometimes games don't always play well with Revo Tuner statistics server. As you can see, I'm not even running an overclock or anything like that. But I do want to show you guys in-game performance. I do need to keep this up. I've got a 2 M.2 NVMe SSD, so this shouldn't take too long. There's so many games I've still got to finish. Armored Core, I'm on the last boss, so I need to finish that. What else am I still playing at the moment? I am playing Lords of the Fallen. Done 2 pillars. There's 6. I got 4 more to do. Ratchet and Clank I still haven't finished. Miles Morales I still haven't finished. That's the only bad thing about making YouTube gaming content. You have to keep playing all the new games, so you kind of get sidetracked. But every now and then you do get time to go back and finish it. So almost 50% now. What other games am I playing at the moment? I've already beat Remnant 2. What else has recently came out? Yeah, direct storage is pretty cool. I think Arc would definitely be a game that would benefit from it because there's a lot of loading and that will cut the time. Hi Jinx, thanks for joining the members club. I really need to do more for my members. I mean, but it's just time. I don't have the time to really do all the specialized stuff, but I'll try and do a tier system or something. But yeah, thanks for joining. No, I don't beg for tips. I'm quite self-sufficient. I mean, if anyone can donate, that's great. And I always put it towards like content. So I'll always like reinvest it in the channel in some way. But again, this isn't my hobby. This isn't my job. So I don't rely on it, but it's always appreciated. So let's see if it found any corrupted files. I can only imagine that's the reason why it was crashing. Let's see. So verifying all 911 files are successfully validated. So it wasn't actually the game's fault. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. Let's come straight back into it. Bat says, when Alan Wake 2 video? I've done 2 Alan Wake 2 videos already. Hajink said, I should have joined ages ago. I just never have it in mind while watching stuff. No, it's fine, man. You've probably been one of the most supportive viewers of the channel, so I appreciate you. Find the Truth says, ASA seems to load the map as very fast, so it might already be direct storage. Possibly. Hajink says, always love watching your content. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, so I've lost progress again. I think it's the curse of the parasaur. Every time I kill that creature, it crashes. So maybe I shouldn't kill it this time. Maybe I should leave it, let it live. I think there's a dev trolling me or something, watching my live stream and just kicking me. Stranger things have happened. Oh, I need to put a few things away. But if it crashes again, then I may play another game. I may play Lords of the Fallen or something. Plus, I still need to beat that game as well. Okay, let's craft a few more arrows, because I'm going to need a few. All I'm trying to do is get enough resources to build a furnace, and then from the furnace I can then start mining for metal, and then smelter down some iron ingots, and then I can use the iron ingots to build a smith bench, and then I can use the smith bench to build advanced metal weapons. Then I can really start getting into the game. So it's all a process. What is your occupation? Curious. Man, I don't really like to talk about myself, to be honest, but I work in IT, and that's about as much as I'll say. Okay. Let's try again. I need to drink some water though. Thirsty as hell. So for some reason killing this parasol seems to crash the game, so I'm not going to kill it this time. The size of this thing, man. It's huge. I think it just took a dump. Okay, so we've got some dodo birds over here, which are pretty harmless. I'm not even going to waste arrows on them. I'm just going to spear them. And I was able to get 3 hide from that. Not a lot of hide, unfortunately. I always feel bad about killing the dinos that can't fight back, but it has to be done. Want to make sure. I love the way the shadows work accurately. So the pteranodon above me was making shadows on the floor, and rightly so, it is just above me. Oh, this one wasn't a very high level. Yeah, they've got better ragdoll effects now. Okay. I did kill a dodo around here. Where did it go? Here it is. So I'm just going to check the amount of hide I now have, and do I have enough? I've got 88. Is that enough to craft the furnace? It is indeed. Now we just need to gather some stone. You wouldn't believe it, but a hatchet actually gathers more stone than the pick, which is a bit weird, but that's just the way it works. Let's gather some stone. Shouldn't take too long. You can get dinos that specialize in harvesting resources more efficiently, but if you get like advanced grade weapons, they will also mine resources quicker as well. Find the Truth says, are you using AV1 to broadcast on YouTube? Yep, I am. So I'm using OBS with my AMD RX 7600 that has the AV1 encoder, and I'm able to take full advantage of that and use the AV1 to live stream, because now YouTube natively supports it, so it's great. And honestly, the advantage of the NVIDIA 40 series is they have 2, so it's like you can do 2 things at once. You can do a better job than the 7600. So I may upgrade my streaming PC with like a RTX 40 series at some point, but it's not something I need to do immediately. Man, I just killed your young and you didn't even do anything. Just for being a bad parent, you've got to go as well. Paper says, how is 4K running on a new ARC game? So If you look in the top left hand corner, I have RevoTuner statistics server, which is giving you in-game statistics. As you can see, I'm getting more than playable performance, but there are some compromises. I'm using frame generation, which adds to input latency, but honestly, in this type of game, it's not a massive issue. You can see I've been able to aim quite effectively. And you have to use upscaling in the form of DLSS. I'm using the quality preset, but honestly, everything looks so nice and sharp. You wouldn't even be able to tell this isn't a native image, or maybe you could with a side-by-side, but it'd be very difficult. So yeah, it runs okay if you've got beastly hardware, but if you don't have beastly hardware, then it's going to be a struggle. Okay, do I have enough to build the forge now? Still need a little bit more stone. Master Dope says 40,000 or 4,000 super refresh rumored to come out this year, but the 4090 SKU will not be getting an upgrade, just the 80. I'm actually very happy to hear that, because that way I can just save my money and just wait for the 5090. No distractions. No TI version coming out that may give me a choice to make. Nope. Bring out the 4070 Super, 4080 Super, all they want. That's great. Give them faster RAM, more RAM. Give them more CUDA cores. As long as it's not faster than the 4090, I'm going to have no issue. Paper says, yeah, I got an Acer PC. It was hard telling this was an actual ARC game. It looks yeah, it does look gorgeous. It is an amazing remaster in terms of visually. Can't say much about the online experience because I haven't even been able to join their live server yet. But yeah, it's been. I actually made a comparison video. Let me just link that. I can't necessarily be called a shameless plug if it's my channel, right? So I'm just going to put a link in the comment section for my comparison video between the base ARC game and the new game. And you guys can see just how much of a visual uplift it is. So check this out. Let me know what you think. Alright, I need to get some more stone. I should really level up. This icon's really starting to do my head in. Okay, I think I have enough resources now. Oh my gosh, you need 125 stone. That is a lot of stone. But I guess it is a forge, so kind of makes sense. Wow, this is one huge rock. Finally broke though. Okay. Paper says, what is your opinion about the new user interface? Dinos still look the same though, unfortunately. Someone did a really good video about like showcasing the old dinos. There isn't too much changes. There are subtle changes, but not all the changes are welcome. I think the old Dire Bear looked better than the new model, but they don't look exactly the same, but they just don't look too different. I think they're saving most of the changes for Arc 2. Manuel Ferreira says, insane graphics for UE5, it is. I'm not too sure version what, because I know there's like Unreal Engine 5.1 and 2 and stuff like out now, so whether or not the game is actually built on 5.0 or something, or in the future, I don't know, but maybe you can check what version somehow. I'm not too sure. So I want to do all of my smithing and stuff over here, so let's turn this around. Okay. Just want to make sure it's flush against the wall. Nope. That's wrong. But how did I do it like this? Should be able to pick it up. Let's put it down again. I didn't put that down in the right way. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so now I want to fill this thing with wood. And then I'll put my metal ingots inside, and then we can start making some metal. Need to get some more metal ingots. There are specific rocks that you can harvest, and they give you a bit more metal than the rest of them. I'm gonna go and get a few of those. Alright, let's get some food. You do need to feed your character. I'll sometimes forget to do that. Alright, we need some fuel. What an upgrade this is, though. I don't know, guys. You think it's a little bit too hot? I think she's a little bit more appropriately dressed now. True says NVIDIA has no competition for the 4090, so no point in releasing the 4090 Ti. Also, they get more money from the Quadro cards using their AD102 GPUs, so I doubt they will ever be a 4080 Ti using AD102. That absolutely correct, I believe, in everything you just said there. Why cannibalize your own range when you haven't got anything from the competitor? I was actually hoping that the Radeon team would bring out like a 7950 XTX or something, some kind of revision. There is Hijink says thumbnail time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there is rumors though that there may be a 70,000 series refresh of some sorts, whether or not that's just to make it better for AI stuff, because that's where the money is now, isn't it? But it could actually be better at gaming as well. Anyway, there should be food now ready. Cooked meat. Okay, I need to go and get some more metal. I know exactly where to go for it as well. I'm gonna head over there now. I really don't need to carry all this meat around with me, so I'm just going to put it in the cupboard. It will eventually go off, but that's okay. Gone off meat actually has a purpose in this game. It helps you make trank arrows. The area I'm gonna go there, sometimes there's raptors, so I need to make sure I've got some arrows with me. Get some thatch. I'm going to take the scenic route back to where I need to go, just so you guys can see what it's like to actually just run through the forest. that should be enough to craft a few arrows. Let's craft another 10. Should do it. Let's also repair our hatchet. I want to run through the forest. I know this place off by heart, like the back of my hand. When you spend enough time in Ark, you can literally identify where you are just by looking at it for a few minutes. F. Kim says, I use DLDSR on my RTX 4070. It works quite well with not so demanding games, but the RTX 4070 isn't so powerful. I think the RTX 4070 is the equivalent to... Is it equivalent to a 3080 or... Yeah, I think it's equivalent to a 3080, right? I'm not too sure. I never paid too much attention to anything below the 4080, to be honest. The 40 series has been kind of a letdown. The only good thing on the 40 series, really, in my opinion, at this current time, is the 4090. But the 4080 Super is going to bridge that gap. They're saying it's going to be the same price. It's going to have 20 gigabytes of GDDR6. We don't know the speed yet. It's going to have more CUDA cores. And yeah, that will probably be able to beat the 7900 XTX in practically everything at that point. So it'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see what the reviews say about it. Yeah, FKim says, yeah, a little better than the 3080. Yeah, I thought as much. Because that's the point of the next gen series. It should at least always be better than the last series higher end card. So if you had a 4060, sorry, if you had a 3060, then the 4060 should at least try to compete with the 4070. I just don't like the way NVIDIA don't give the 4080, the 80 series the full bus width. Why not just give it the full 384-bit bus? I don't see why they're so restricted with that. Maybe it's a memory configuration issue. Maybe if they do go full 384-bit, they need to use more RAM based on their setup. I don't know. But I just think it's a little bit a cheap way to kind of kneecap products where they could run clearly faster if they just gave them the full bandwidth. Okay, so this is the starting beach. There's these rocks on the beach that give a lot of metal. So I want to start going after those, but I need to find a safe way down. The New Game Plus says, it's insane how Alan Wake 2 runs. I've been looking for videos using a 3090 Ti and I'm like, alright, this is a new can't play Crisis. This is the new can it play Crisis. Yeah, I agree. But I have to say, Alan Wake 2 looks absolutely amazing. But there's a baby Brontosaurus. It's so cool to see the baby dinos out in the wild now. I'm not going to touch it because I'm sure the parent won't be too happy with me. I'm just going to level up real quick because I keep seeing this icon and it's annoying. I hate these little things, man. There are usually quite a lot of them, but this one seemed to be on its own for some reason. Earlier in this gameplay, I got killed by a raptor around here. So I need to be careful. There was two of them together as well. There's a drop. I'm going to quickly go and check what's in there. Game has new water physics as well. She's enjoying herself. Okay, let's go and check what's in here. So we have a Mastercraft Formula saddle. Actually got some good stuff from here. This transition for the drop point to leave is pretty cool. Before they used to just break like a mirror, but now it's a lot more smooth. Anyway, I came here to get metal. I need to find these specific rocks that provide a lot. So they're like really round and smooth. I think I saw something moving in the distance. Most of those rocks are on the other side, so I need to swim back across. The water's real shallow around here. You can pretty much just run across. And it's pretty cool as well. So when it rains, the beach goes completely muddy. And the water level rises as well. So there's a lot of subtle improvements they've done. Anyway, let's get on with the task at hand. These are the stones I was talking about. They tend to give a lot more metal than most. Didn't get any from that one. At the very least, I'll have a lot of stone by the time I leave here. New Game Plus says, you know your stuff and I always watch your videos. I wanted to know your opinion on R9 7950X 3D. Awesome CPU. Just does everything I throw at it. Honestly, it's faster than my i9 3900K, but of course my 3900K is paired with my 4090, so there are times where the 7950X 3D is just basically not being leveraged to its capacity. The 3D V-cache that AMD have done is a masterstroke. They couldn't beat NVIDIA with the raw clock speed, so they came at it from another angle, and it's really been a game changer for them. So I think even Intel going forward, I wouldn't be surprised if they started adding more cache to some of their CPUs where they can. Erend Fernando says, hi, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Find the Truth says, AV1 does help for encoding when grass is present, such an improvement over what you get with Twitch. Yeah, and also Twitch just limits your resolution to 720p. But yeah, AV1 is much better with foliage for sure. Especially when you have a bandwidth cap of like 8, I think it's 8 megabytes per second, or maybe it's 6, I can't remember. Man, I'm not getting much metal from these things. New Game Plus says, you think it's worth it to upgrade from the 5950X now or wait for the rumored 8950X? Well, it depends. If you've got a 4090, yes, for sure, you'll definitely see an uptick in performance. Even if you play at 4K over the 5950X, if you go with something like a 7800X 3D or i9 4900K, which is a tough sell, by the way. I wouldn't even recommend the i9 4900K to anyone, but it does have some optimizations for some software. So Intel are starting to optimize for specific games, and then you can see a large boost over the 13th gen. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. But you shouldn't really be in a hurry to upgrade. The AM4 platform has PCI Express 4.0 support. You're not missing out on anything really in terms of I/O. Apart from obviously USB 4.0, but that's not going to be widely adopted for a while. So yeah, you don't really need to upgrade, to be honest. You should just chill out with the 5950X. It's still a great CPU. I had one on day one. And yeah, I had a great experience with it. Really, really efficient, really, really cool as well. Runs cool and quiet. and you just use a little bit of PBO, and you get a lot more performance out of it in terms of multi-threading, at least. Okay, let's see how much metal ingots I've got. I've literally got one since I've been here. That is absolutely ridiculous. How is that even possible? Maybe I'm using the wrong tool. Maybe using the stone hammer on these rocks is the wrong thing to do. Maybe it's the pick that is necessary. So it's probably been my fault, really. Let's use the pick and see if it changes my fortunes. Do my carry weight up. New Game Plus says I have a good experience with it using the RPCS3. Really CPU hungry. Yeah, I mean, a 12900K with AVX 512 will do a great job if you're really super into the emulator side of things. The 7000 series does have AVX 512, but it doesn't quite work in the same way as the Intel. And from what I've seen, the Intel uses it more effectively, with our PCS3 at least. The AVX 512 is way too hard to call. I'm not surprised they dropped support for it. It's so power hungry as well. I think I may just have enough ingots now to build. There are places in the game where there's literally stones that only give you metal, but it's way too dangerous for me to go there right now. I'm not high enough level. I want to get myself a dino first. So the first order of business is to catch a flying dino. As soon as I'm a high enough level, I'm going to catch a pteranodon and make a saddle, and then I can start going airborne. I'm going to drop some of this stone that I'm carrying way too much, so I'll drop the 79. Don't need that. Let's run back to base. New Game Plus says thanks for all the info, brother. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. And for those who are watching, even if you're not commenting, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to be doing a lot more live streaming going forward. I am guilty of not scheduling my streams, but because my life is so unpredictable in terms of my time, I don't like to commit to things that I can't honor. So I just kind of live stream spontaneously. But I will try and make more of an effort when I know my time is going to be available to schedule the stream, so at least for those who are interested can turn up and be ready for it. So before here, there used to be more beach. You used to just be able to run straight around. Now, you have to actually go into the water and then swim around. So they've changed a lot of it. Find the Truth says, does this have DLSS 3 frame generation? Yes, it does. I may as well show you the settings. So for those who haven't seen it. So just normal video settings. I'm using Epic. It has a lot of interesting settings though. Foliage interaction limit, foliage interaction distance limits, and foliage interaction distance multiplier. So how much you want the stuff to move when you walk through it. When it comes to RTX tab, you have DLSS, the normal upscaling parts, the super resolution. You also have the frame generation, and of course that comes with NVIDIA low latency reflex. So that's pretty much it. New Game Plus says, first time I see you live, YouTube doesn't do a good job of notifying users. Plus, I have all the bell icons notified. Yeah, they actually created the bell icon because there was a massive issue on YouTube where viewers were not getting notifications when their content creators that they sub to actually uploaded stuff. So they uploaded this bell icon, which allows you to kind of personalize if you want to receive all the notifications or just some. And even then it still doesn't work. So they tried to make a fix and it still hasn't completely cured the problem, unfortunately. But at least it's better. You know, to be honest, most of my views come from unsubscribed people. I think about, I say at least 78% of my views come from like recommended from the YouTube homepage, or people that know about my channel just kind of come and forth. But most of my views literally don't come from subs, so I don't understand. Sometimes I question how effective subscribers really are, but I just don't think YouTube are making it work as it should. But that's something they can work on. You never have enough hide, so I always kill those creatures when I can. Death notice it says unsubbed. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, I think I should have enough to make the smith bench now. Just need to get five metal. I think I need one more actually. So for every 5 metal you can get 10. You can sorry, for every 10 metal you get 5 metal ingots. That's how much you can smelter down. So I need to at least get one more. That shouldn't be too hard. Triceratops over here. That wasn't here before. Good to see the dinos do get about. They just roam freely. They don't just stay into little zones. Maybe I should have a Discord set bot to a pin all users. Yeah, that might be an idea. I have to consider that. Then again, I don't want people thinking that I'm being intrusive, because if you're on Discord, that's a different service, so using it to bother everyone might not be taken so kindly. But I actually do notify people on Twitter when I drop something. So if you do have, Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, should I say? It's not Twitter anymore, is it? Let me just put the link to my Twitter. I refuse to call it X. I'm sorry, I'm not calling it X. It's not happening. And every time I drop a video, I usually put a link there as well. So it is at yeah, just at me at Bang for Buck PC. That's my X handle. Let's see if I've got a metal. Yeah, I've got 2. That should be enough. Yeah, I can't bring myself to call Twitter X. It's just Twitter, man. I don't know why Elon. He's just got an obsession with putting X on everything. Space X. You know, you wanted to call PayPal X, but they didn't let him. He's weird like that. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. He's a clever guy and very successful in life. But, like, come on, dude, man. You don't need to put X on everything. Chromioid, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, says, good to see Buck still in the YouTube game. Been following for years. Wish you much success, mate. I always look at your versus performance to decide if I want to do an upgrade or not. Thanks for the support, appreciate it. And long-term viewership is always nice to speak to someone that's really been watching the videos from the start. This Dilophosaur really thought he could do something, but no, he couldn't. And now you're just meat for my campfire. We'll throw a few more steaks on the barbecue, shall we? I don't know his kid's name. I don't follow him that hard, but I know he's I mean, he did. I know one of his ex-wives were in the Westworld. So I know one of his ex-wives because she's fit, but other than that, I don't know too much about the geezer, other than he's got crazy money. I think he's like, isn't he meant to be having a fight with Zuckerberg soon, like a cage fight or something? Or is it with Jeff Bezos? I don't know, man. These billionaires are weird. They got too much money, man. Power corrupts, money corrupts. So they do strange things because they can get away with it. Okay, I finally got the 5 metal, so I can make the smith bench. I just need to make sure I've got all the rest of the ingredients. So 30 wood, and then I'm back in the game. I think I got some wood in here. No. When you put away some of these saddles, they weigh quite a bit actually, so don't want to walk around with these. Pretty heavy. Okay, let's go on and get some wood. Crazy Dude 198 says, do you think this game is to be considered as Ark Survival Evolved 2? No, definitely not. I think, what I personally think, they're getting, I think they're using this as a, like, unofficial beta, because obviously they're going to make Ark Survival, Ark 2 on this engine, right? So, what better way to iron out most of the bugs than to make a remaster, or just port your original project into Unreal Engine 5, charge everyone to pay for it, which is pretty scandalous, and then work through all of the network and graphical issues unofficially, and then when you launch Ark 2 it should be a lot more smooth, a lot more optimized. So I think that's the reason behind it. I could be wrong, but if I was a dev, if I could get paid to get real people playing my game to beta test it, I would definitely do it. So early access for Ark, even though Ark made millions even in early access, it's one of those games, like, it's almost like a Star Citizen, but just has such a loyal following that they just make money regardless of anything they do. They make money. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. People are always gonna buy. Personally, I really enjoyed the game. So, you know, I heard about what they were doing online with, like, having exclusive servers with this company or whatever, but I think they've gone back on that decision now because of the backlash. So, you know, the community has a voice. They know where their bread's buttered, so they won't try to upset their community too much. I'm just going to turn off these fires because it's nice and bright out here now. Reaper Hack says, yo, sup man, loving the videos, appreciate the support, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I've been grinding lately, man. I've been grinding out the content. There's been so much games coming out. It's really put a strain on the wallet, but I love to test the new games when I can, and there've been some good games coming out, so I'm happy to spend my money on them, and I'm happy to bring in you guys some content in combination with that as well, so it's not a problem for me. Just want to double check if I've got everything now. Yeah, wood. That's why I came out here. So why didn't I get any? I think I got distracted. Let's go and chop this tree down. Do we finally have enough to create the smith bench? Yes, we do. Okay, so I've hit a major milestone now. I can start creating advanced weaponry, advanced tools. Now I can really start getting into it, and then we can start taming my first dino. I really want to get a flying dino so I can actually start exploring the island from the air. I haven't done that yet. So I want to place my smithing bench close to the forge, because you'll find yourself in situations where you'll be dragging loads and loads of metal from your forge, and you don't want to have to walk to your smith bench. You just want to be able to pivot, so while you're over encumbered you can still move a lot of stuff really quick. Okay, so let's put a few materials in here that we're probably going to need to use. Okay, so I need to go and get some more metal now. then I can start making some metal tools, and then from then I can get loads of metal. I'm going to go to the place where the metal is actually available in abundance. It's going to be a dangerous place to go because there's loads of raptors around there. So I'm going to need to have a spear, something that's going to defend me. So that's the first thing I'm going to build. A metal pike. Repack says, I don't know if you know, but we got a huge win. Yeah, I was looking into that. I think, I forgot what the guy's name. He did a live stream yesterday saying that they've gone back on that decision. So we now are going to be able to have dedicated servers on your own hardware now. They were trying to do some weird exclusive deal with this company. And basically it would have created a monopoly with this one company that has all the servers on their hardware, and they can charge what they want effectively, which was essentially going to kill the ARC community. And I love the way people weren't standing for it. I'm gonna go down to the beach because there's some stones. Where the hell? What was that? I think that was the Pego Master thing. There's a weird dinosaur that steals from you. Okay. Let's go back down to the beach and get what I need. I'm gonna try and run and jump in, see if there's a deep enough part. I think this is okay. Yeah. You can jump a little bit further now than before. Yeah, that Pego Mastax thing stole from me. I don't know what it took, but it took something. But that's okay, I'm not too bothered. These are not stones that I can get stuff from. Repack says, man, it looks so good. Yeah, the game looks awesome now. It really looks so much better than it did before. I'm going to go back to the main beach because there's much better places to get metal from. Find the Truth says, I think the graphics look awesome, to be honest. I agree. They've changed the running animation now as well. And you actually get a lot more stamina. You don't just run out of stamina instantly now. So they've kind of balanced that a lot better. The days last longer now. Technoir says, I miss playing this game but got F too many times by a wildcard. So I won't be buying it again. I appreciate that. I fell out of love with this game as well. I've literally just got back to it because of this remaster. There was a time I breeded these really good Rexes. Amazing crop of boss Rexes. And I beat the alpha boss, the alpha spider. I was just like farming element. And you know when you beat the boss, you kind of transition out of the boss fight and then all your dinos are waiting for you. I came out the boss fight and all my dinos were stuck in the boss stage, but I came back. So I literally lost all my dinos. I spoke to Wildcard about it and they said the best we can do for you is give you some max level wild Rexes. And I said I'm not playing this game anymore. That was it for me. I spent so much time putting into those Rexes to beat the bosses. To lose them just from the game glitching was unacceptable for me. Uzai Takumi says, what are the loading times like on Ark Survival Ascended? Pretty decent, but then again, I'm using a PCIe Gen 4 NVMe drive. And yeah, it's very quick. Damn near instant, actually. Okay, there's some stones over here that I can get metal from, so let's check it out. Yeah, man, it was completely messed up. For me, it was just like, I can't play this game anymore. And it just turned me off. But obviously it's been a long time now and the wound is healed. I'm not so raw about it now, so seeing how beautiful the game was in the trailer, I was happy to give them my money, to be honest, because again, I love testing things and I love games that look like really push the hardware. So yeah, I understand a lot of people resent to the wildcard. They do a lot of shady stuff. So it's a mixed bag, but they got a lot of loyal support. Everyone loves dinosaurs, don't they? So can you hear something hissing in the background? It's probably Dilophosaurus or something. These things give you pearls, don't they? And they give you oil. Well, they used to. But they give you now. I can't get to the body. That is weird. Let's see if I can poke it. Ah, that sucks. Okay, finally able to harvest it. I got full oil from that and I got some chichin as well. There's another drop. Let's go and check it out. Noodles Greenskin says, I think that this should have had a full release and not just a same as the first game. And it's also starting out as an alpha. Feels like they are out to rip off the fans. Yeah, yeah. It's still early access, isn't it? Ibrahim Salman says, will you try it on a 7900 XTX? I already have. If you check, let me get a link for you very quickly. 1 second. Pretty sure I have a link to 7900 XTX video of this game. Bear with me. So if you check out this video, you'll see how the 7900 XTX performs. That Bub says animations are broken. Some of them are, some of them ain't. Some of them are much improved. So there is I've already got a phobia. Oh, we have a journeyman stone hatchet. I'll take that, thank you. And we have a small crop block. Saves me from making one. Everything else I don't need. So let's put the stone hatchet on straight away. Drop the other one. That can go. Okay, trying to get a few more stone. It's getting dark now, so I'm gonna head back to my base. I think there's some raptors around here somewhere. I don't want to run into them, especially in the dark. Trying to get metal. There's specific stones that give you them, like these ones. Okay, I think I got enough metal now. So, let's get out of here. I may try and shoot down some of those birds just for some target practice. I really hate those birds. This is with DLSS and with frame generation. So I'm using DLSS at quality. And I'm also using frame generation as well. Honestly, the game is ridiculously demanding. Just because it's an open world with pretty much ray tracing. Missed. I'm too far away, I think. Yeah, let's call it a day. Let's get back to base. I like the way the light reflects off the water now. The lighting model on this game is considerably better. That's one of the the biggest upgrades, I would say. The opportunity to get more. Back here. Where do you think you're going? Always get more hide when you can. Anyway, things are getting pretty dark. Level 2 Pteranodon. Not worth my time. I'm going to catch one of those at some point. Okay, I have to swim around. There used to be a way to walk straight over, but they've changed it now. That halfway's gone. You do have to go into the water now. Make sure there's no megalodons around. Does the water have ray trace reflections? I'm not too sure. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I can't see my character's reflection, so I guess not. Tupac says, yeah, in the forest the sun beams through the trees. Looks amazing. Yeah, it does. The light model really makes that look so much enhanced over the original. But another level up, so I may as well take advantage of it. And when it becomes morning again, I'm going to go to the place where you can get metal from and harvest a lot of it and then make my way back. And then build more tools. Let's see if I can learn the metal armor. I've got loads of engrams now. So I'm going to start picking out the dinos I want to tame. So I want to tame a raptor, so I need to learn a raptor saddle. Triceratops is useful as well. Fishing rods, don't necessarily need that, but it can help with certain things. All the fur armor. Okay, what else can I learn that will be useful? Sword. Metal sickle. What else? Ghillie suit. Keeps you nice and cool in the hot. Simple pistol. Simple bullet. Long neck rifle. Absolutely crucial in this game. And anklo saddle as well. Large crop pot when you want to make yourself, or plant yourself some crops. I need to actually make one of those systems now, actually, to be honest. Get a greenhouse going. Shotgun, Pteranodon saddle. They've made the level for this a lot lower, which makes sense. Took way too long before you could get a flying dino. Okay, I've spent all of my engrams. I mean, the water, I remember seeing in the lead up to this that they had some interesting new system for the water. It's a lot more reactive, that's for sure. Anyway, let's make it back to my base. I've got all the metal I need now. Okay. Let's put this metal inside and get it burnt. Let's get it smelted down. I need some wood for this. I'm gonna chop down some wood real quick. I'm always running out of something. Okay, that'll do. Find the Truth says the water does react to when things move through it. Yep, so does the foliage. Now just have a look at the sun beaming through the trees. That is absolutely gorgeous. There's another drop coming down as well. The drops look much better. They're a lot more visible now from long distance. Anyway, I'll focus on that later. I've got other stuff I need to do. And that's build better armor, better weapons, so I can feel a bit more confident to travel. Let's put some of this hide up in here. Some of this. There's a few other things I can craft in the meantime. This is a good tool. It helps you catch granadors or flying down there so they don't fly off. Granadon saddle isn't that expensive to make now. Okay, so I need 230 hide and 75 chitin or keratin. So when I'll get up tomorrow, well, once tomorrow comes, I'll go and hunt some things down to get some more hide. And I want to use the metal I have now to make some advanced tools. I take some of this wood, actually, it's way too much. Let's make some advanced tools. So must be under melee. So we can make a metal pick and a metal axe is quite expensive to make. But now that I have the metal pick, I can actually get a lot more. I can get a lot more stone. So while there's still a little bit of daylight, I'm gonna go and get some more stone while I can. So the night time's a lot brighter now. Before it used to be so dark you couldn't see anything without a torch. Just look how the red obelisk lights up the clouds around it. That just looks amazing. Before that, none of that used to happen. So the light bleed and it affects all the clouds around it a lot more. There's a drop close by actually. Might be worth checking out. Find the Truth says the draw distance does seem very far. I don't notice LOD levels. Yeah, there is actually a setting that allows you to turn down the LOD if you're having issues, because obviously it's a little bit more demanding. But obviously I want as much LOD as possible from far distances so there's less pop. Okay, let's see what's in here. This is a blue drop, so bit better than what I've seen before. So we have journeyman fur boots. Thank you, I'll take that. 52 trank arrows, that's amazing. That's so useful. And some 99 keratin, that works out for me because I actually needed that. And we have some handcuffs. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing with those, but that works out pretty well. Some of those things actually come in really handy. Anyway, let's get some more metal. I want to make the spear so I can defend myself. I want to go on a bit of a voyage, but there's going to be raptors around there, so I want to be ready to defend myself. Not getting too much stone from here. Oh, here's one of the explorer notes.
I never thought this island was normal exactly. I mean, there are giant obelisks floating in the sky for Pete's sake. Not to mention that cave I found, which hid a platform similar to those found at the base of said obelisks. Well, similar except for those oddly shaped holes that were carved into its podium. I guess I just didn't care about all that. So long as I had my beautiful, unique, and untainted ecosystem to study, I was happy. But now, No. I shouldn't write it off just yet. Not before I arrive at Rockwell's. There's still a chance that my data is off, or that I missed something obvious. I won't give up on my paradise just yet.
I like the way they've, I know they did this in Ark Survival as well, eventually, but I like the way they've got someone narrating all of the Explorer notes before. You just have to read them yourself. That's nice to see. Come on, more metal, that's all I want. Got 2 from that, so that's not too bad. Okay. Let's go back to base now and see what else I can make. It's getting pretty dark now though. And it's raining as well, so it's going to be really dark. I should have really turned on my torches so I can find my base a bit easier. Now I'm just going to have to kind of rummage around. It's so dark now. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm going the wrong way. I think I know where I am now though. Hopefully I don't run into any predators. Okay, so if I keep going this way, I should get back to my base. Let's take the right. Okay. I'm kind of just wandering around. Hopefully I'll just bump into my base at some point. It's so dark, I don't know where I am. I've never seen a game this dark. I think it's never been nighttime and rained for me since I played this, so now I'm kind of lost. I think my base is in this direction. I can't be sure. Yeah, I can't wait to... That's what my aim is. Now that I've got 53 tranked arrows, and I think I've got just enough to actually make a Pteranodon saddle. I'm going to try and get a flying dino as soon as it's morning. I need to build a spyglass so I can look for a high level one. Man, I'm lost, guys. I don't know where I am. I'm going to have to wait till it gets a little bit brighter. Or I can kind of just keep walking around and hopefully I get lucky. But no idea where I am right now. Okay, what's down here? Oh, I think I kind of know where I am now, actually. But I'm a lot further away than I thought I would be. So when the rain stops, it will probably brighten up quite a bit. May as well level up now. Gonna need some carrying weight. Got my fortitude a little bit as well, so I can deal with the elements a bit more. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit brighter. Maybe the rain's starting to ease up. See a little bit further ahead of me now. What is that big light spot in there? Maybe that's the moon behind the clouds, maybe? Actually, no, it must have been a drop point or something. It's gone now. Why did it have to start raining? Now I can't even see where I am. Oh, I think I know where I am now, actually. Yeah, my base should be in this direction. I think if I'm correct, my base should be over here somewhere. Man, it's so dark. Yep, there's my base. Found it. So it only takes a few things for me to recognize where I am, but still quite hard to navigate in the dark. I'm going to turn on my torches now, so that doesn't happen again. This makes it a lot easier to find your base when you wander away in the dark. Okay, let's make some more metal. I have collected 6 metal. I'm gonna put away some of this stuff because I don't need to carry it around with me. At the advanced fur boots. Pretty awesome to get those so early. Carrying around way too much stone. Too heavy. Alright, let's see what I need to make the Pteranodon saddle. I want to make one of those because that's what I want. I just need a lot of hide, so we're gonna go hunting. As soon as I make myself a spear. Oh, what the hell was that? I want to close my door just in case there's some predators nearby. Yeah, that sounds like a meat eater. Is there a T-Rex around here or something? You can even hear the loud stomps. That is pretty nerve-wracking where you can't see what it is, but you can kind of hear it. So I'm just gonna stay inside now because I don't want no problems with that. Okay, finally got enough metal to make the pike. This is what I was looking forward to. So I should be able to defend myself a lot better now. Man, I really want to know what that is walking around out there. Can't exactly put my head out and look. I wonder what it is. It sounds big though, whatever it is. Whoa. Oh no, it's just a Brontosaurus. I thought it was like a T-Rex or something. That's okay. That isn't actually gonna hurt me. Okay. Got another level up. I'm just gonna focus on carrying weight and health. If the Alpha Rex said hello through that window, it'd tear my base to shreds. This wooden base will go up like it'll go get knocked down so easy. Even with a Wyvern, Alpha Rexes are dangerous. But yeah, it's almost morning now. It's getting a lot brighter. So, aim of today is to get enough hide to make a Pteranodon saddle, and with that saddle, I can then start flying. So, that's the ultimate goal. Just gonna put away some of these stuff that I'm carrying around. I need to be a little lighter on my feet. Yeah, Alpha Rex will just... I've lost so many dinos to them. Because sometimes you can get stuck against the wall and their bite is pretty shocking. They got loads of health as well. Okay, so I think it's bright enough for me to go around and start killing stuff. Okay, got some hide from that. Anything that moves, I'm just going to try and kill it now. No moon, unfortunately, but the sky is still bright enough to see everything. I'm not going to mess around with any Triceratops, but there are some other dinos around here. Probably there's a few down by the beach, so I'm going to go back on myself. Hunter MVP says servers working for anyone else. No, I tried to get on earlier and I couldn't get into any server. I even chose ones with very, very bad ping just to see. And they were practically empty and I still couldn't get in. But when you looked at the status of the server, it said it was deploying an upgrade, so maybe that was the reason. I'm not too sure. But I'm just playing single player for now because that's the only thing that works. Okay, there's another parasaur here. Okay, give me the meat. And I got a lot of hide from that thing. That was the most fruitful kill. There's usually loads of dinos on the beach. They're not usually that strong, so I think I need like 120 something hide to make the Pteranodon saddle. Huh. Dodo bird. Should have kept your mouth shut. Sorry. But thank you for the 15 hide, I appreciate it. Hunter MVP says, yeah, says deploying for me too. Good work. Still waiting on more optimizations. I have an RTX 3060 and i7 6700. Still waiting for 30-ish frames on medium quality. Fair enough. Why don't you try DLSS at balance, see if that helps. I know when you're at 1080p you don't really want to use DLSS because it just doesn't look that great, but needs must. There's a red drop point over there, but it's a long swim. There's sharks, but a red drop point usually has major good stuff. So I'm going to try and get across and get that drop point, because if I do get it, there'll be some good stuff in there. But I did see a shark just a moment ago, so maybe it's not such a good idea. Yeah, there's a shark there. Well, actually, no, that's a dolphin. Alright, I'm going to try and swim across. I'm going for it, guys. I'm committed. See if I can make it. If we see a big tail, then I know it's What the? Oh man, the shark's coming. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Come on, swim. Oh man, that was a hell of a bite. Damn megalodon. Dive. I didn't make it. I got killed by a level 10 megalodon. Okay, I'm gonna respawn close by. I'll respawn in my bed. And we'll try again. Oh, I didn't know you can make a swinging wall. That's interesting. That's cool though. Can you jump through a window? Let's see. You can jump through the window now. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go and try and recover my body. Try and get all my stuff back. I just spent all that time making that metal pick. And what makes things worse is the drop point's gone now. So I basically killed myself for nothing. Okay, I'm gonna go and try and recover my body. But what usually happens is when you get killed, the same thing, same dino that killed you is usually lurking around close by. So that shark will be close by. I need to be really quick. Need to grab the stuff and go. Because if I die again, I'll pretty much lose my chance. Oh no. You got like a stingray? Oh man, it's the same megalodon that killed me last time. Yeah. It's not happening. I'm gonna have to abandon that body. I can't get my stuff back. That's okay. Yeah, I could turn volumetric clouds off, but I actually just want to play the game how it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon that body. Let's just go back to my base. Some wood. Okay, doesn't really mess up my plans too much. All I really want to do is make a flying dino. And I don't think I had... Actually, no, I did have quite a lot of hide on me, so that sucks actually. Yeah, that was an L. I did take an L there, unfortunately. Okay, what can we make? We need to make something. Have some fiber. I've actually got some more clothes at my base, so no point in me spending too much time trying to gather materials. Okay, let's run back to base. When I get stronger, I'll have my revenge on that shark, for sure. I may have been better off trying to kill it with my pike, but I doubt it. Almost morning now. Things are getting brighter. I don't know if the game allows you to have two. Actually, no, that drop point's still there, funnily enough. But I'm not gonna be tempted again. That's the reason I died last time. I tried to cross and there's massive sharks and there's stingrays and everything. Way too many obstacles in the way. Let's get back to base, get all of the materials I need for this saddle, and then we'll go and try and catch ourselves a dino tomorrow. Okay, back to base. Oh, it was already open. I need something to see. Have a look. I need to make a torch. I need flint. I can only get flint from actually having a pick. See if we can make one. Hopefully we can get some metal from all of these stones. Hope says, hey mate, how do I keep my clock speed at 4.7 megahertz while stress test is drops up and down testing? You have to do an all-core overclock, and also depends what CPU you're using. If you want to change that, you can put the AVX offset to 0, so that also stops it from reducing as well. And put your E-cores to fixed rather than dynamic, and all these things can help. Also, actually, turn off. There's a setting in power saving. I think it's the. I'm trying to think what it is now. There's a setting that makes the cores. It's once I get the name, I'll give it to you. But if you try those steps, it should work anyway. But there's a final step you can choose in the BIOS that will stop the cores from fluctuating. Okay, I got a torch now, so I can at least see what's going on. Okay, what do we have here? We have a little bit of thatch, so we didn't lose everything. Let's go and grab some clothes from the cupboard. We do have some. May as well wear these now. Actually got Ugg boots on. Okay, let's put up our health a little bit. Do we have any more metal in here? We don't. Okay, let's just double check how much we need for that Pteranodon saddle. I don't think you need a bench for it, actually. You can just make this one by hand. So the Pteranodon saddle, you need 230 hide. That's going to take a while, but it's not too difficult. It's doable. I really should have left that drop point alone, but that's okay. Okay, let's try and get some more metal so we can at least build ourselves some better gear, like a crossbow and stuff like that. No metal from here. I need a stone pick immediately. I mean a metal pick, because the stone pick is useless at gathering metal. So even one more piece will do. Great. It's so hard to get metal with this damn stone pick. Terrible. Okay, I got a few, so I should have enough to make a metal tool now. Is it me or has it just got darker all of a sudden? Okay, let's get this fire going. Another drop actually on the beach. That one's actually not too far away. I've actually, you know what, you can't really tell. I'm not gonna start running off into the darkness. Never know what can happen. At least not without some adequate protection. So do we have enough? At least make a pick now. I can get some more metal easier. Then I can make myself another pike. What the hell's going on here? Did I drop another fire or something? Either that or those roots just glow, which is weird. Come on, just give me some metal, that's all I need. These stones do not give you much metal. I'm gonna go back down to the beach. I'll have better luck. Nope, that's too much of a steep drop. The lighting seems to glitch in the morning. But it only happens in the morning. After that, it's okay. They actually need to fix that. Okay, these stones don't give much metal. There's specific stones that yield a lot more. They look a certain way. I don't see any right now. Hard to see anything really. Still pretty dark. One over here. There's two over here actually. Two from that one. Repack says going to try and get my server up and running. Yep. Give it a try. See how it goes. I want to actually start a PvP. Not a player versus player, PvE on a server with other people. It's so much better when there's actual other players on the server. Alright, I got what I can. Get some wood while I'm here. I need to make another bow and another arrow. They're gonna try and collect some hide. I've almost cut down every tree close by. I get? Oh, come on. Do not tell me I just picked up my whole forge. That's insane. At least it doesn't disappear. When you used to place an item, that used to be it. Now you can actually pick it back up even after a certain amount of time. So it's not too bad. Put these stuff away. Don't need that. Too much of this. It's all good. Okay, almost been streaming for 3 hours, guys. Gotta take a break, come back maybe a little bit later, maybe tomorrow. But certainly nice to give the game a proper play for a little while, and it certainly looks awesome. A few crashing issues, so there's still some issues that the game needs to work out. There's some bugginess with the lighting in the mornings as well, but other than that, the game is pretty impressive. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. That is pretty much it for me. Thanks very much for joining in the stream, and I'll see you guys in the next video.